Welcome back to Gran Turismo Sport, where we now finally have the three other cars from the update, as well as the four that we previously looked at. So we previously looked at the Golf, the Carrera, the Crown Athlete, and of course the Ford GT. But yeah, we now have the three safety cars, which are quite clearly supposed to be police cars. I mean, the Renault, I'm not sure, that could be either, but these two, particularly the Dodge, is quite clearly a police car. So these were available in the mileage exchange, if you're wanting to get them. I think the Dodge and the Crown Athlete might have gone by now. Yeah, it's just the Renault in there. That came quite a bit later. But yeah, it's good to finally have some cars in there that I want, because I've got so many mileage points saved up. Yeah, it's good to finally spend them on something. So I think what we should do first is go and get rid of these boring yellow paint schemes, and it would help if we were actually in one of those cars, and put a proper police scheme on them. So I have been on to the Discover tab and found some liveries I want on them, which should be saved in my collection. There we go. Got a UK police livery for the Renault, and yeah, then we'll put the other two on. I've got a Japanese one for the Crown Athlete and a American one for the Dodge. So let's find one of those. Should be, there we go. So you can actually change the colour of the lights on these. I will go and look at that in a minute, before we go and drive them. But yeah, there's probably not much to tell you about how they drive, because obviously we drove the Crown Athlete as part of the update, and the other two cars have been in the game for quite a while, so yeah, nothing new in terms of driving dynamics. We've got a nice New York Police Department livery for the Dodge. Yeah, I'm not sure much about where these cars are used. I mean, I know they do use them, and I know the Crown Athlete's used in Japan. But yeah, the Renault, like I say, I'm not sure where that's used. I think they use some kind of Renault in France, but it's probably not an RS. Right, so if we have a look at Livery Editor, you should be able to look at options. I'm not actually sure where it is. Okay, we'll leave that alone, but basically there are different lights you can put on them. So I think we should start with, this will be the least powerful car, I think. Yeah, we'll start with the Renault. Go and test that out somewhere, and then test out the other two. So, as it's a UK police car, we've brought it to one of the UK tracks, to Goodwood. We've got the blue lights going. Yeah, I'm not sure how that looks like a safety car, because I think they really use orange lights mostly. It has been a while since I've actually driven this car, the standard one. One thing I'm slightly confused about is why they're all in Group X, because in terms of performance they're exactly the same as the road-going ones as far as I can tell. So I don't quite know why it needs to be in Group X, but I suppose the other safety cars are, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I know I usually use interior cam on Gran Turismo, but as we've got the flashing lights and everything, I kind of want to see the outside of the car. So it could be interesting. I remember back on some of the older Gran Turismos, you had sort of lobbies online with police and sort of normal road rules. It was a bit weird. I don't know why people did that, but I can imagine people doing some police chases and stuff on here. kind of be fun to try out, I guess. I'm not sure how it really works on a game that's all tracks, because on a game like Horizon, Police Chases work because it's open world. A bit weird on Gran Turismo, but yeah, you do have police cars that are clearly meant to be police cars, because the previous cars we've had added are quite clearly safety cars that people have painted to look like police cars, but these three are clearly, though they're called safety cars, are clearly supposed to be police cars. So we go off track a bit in the Renault. And yeah, that's the yellow is obviously what it... I don't know why the Ghost's always the default livery. The yellow is obviously the standard colour. But yeah, not much to say about these cars because obviously the car itself has been in the game before. But yeah, it's interesting that they've added police cars, and it would be quite interesting to see if they're going to add any more in the future. Because I mean, I've painted some of the previous ones to look like police cars, like the M4. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see more safety cars and police cars. But I know there's a lot of other cars that are requested that they need to add. So. But anyway, that's probably enough driving the Renault Megane RS round. Let's go and get in the Crown Athlete and take it somewhere a bit more Japanese. So I was going to take this to Suzuka, but then I suddenly remembered my least favourite track in the game, Tokyo Expressway, which, though I hate it, is pretty much a perfect setting for a Japanese police car to go and drive out. Oh, we've got lights in the grille as well, that's cool. This is cool. Yeah, I can imagine this being used around here for police chases. It's a perfect sort of map for it, isn't it? That would be cool. But yeah, perfect place to drive it. We've got the little extra mirror on that side as well, which isn't on the standard car. I don't think I'd noticed that before. Yeah, very cool. I'm not sure I've quite picked the best livery, it kind of goes a bit weird at the front now. I don't know much about Japanese police cars, so I was just going by what I thought looked best rather than maybe most accurate. We got traction control on. Seriously, Gran Turismo, stop doing that. But yeah. Probably the most interesting car of the three, just because it's so... well, it's not that interesting a car when it's not a police car, but out of the police cars, it's probably the most interesting. I don't know, I kind of like the Dodge. The Renault's a bit boring, to be honest. But with the Japanese police livery and everything on, and at this track, this is perfect, really. So I can imagine people using this track for police chases and stuff. I did actually look to see if there were any lobbies suitable for police chases before I just came to test the cars out. But yeah, there was nothing on there. It was all GT3 races, basically. It's the only lobbies you seem to get on GT Sport. Train! Oh, I always forget there's a train here. Police car is faster than train. But yeah, probably the most interesting and different of the three. And Gran Turismo being Gran Turismo, they always have to have a slight bias towards Japanese vehicles. That's one of the things about Gran Turismo that makes it different to other games, I suppose. that is the Crown Athlete, the second police car. Let's go somewhere American and test out the Dodge. So as it's an American police car and we have a brand new American track, we had to bring it to Laguna Seca. I know it's a New York car, so it probably would be a little way from Laguna, but let's not worry about that. Now this one definitely is a police car, because look, we've got the red and blue lights. And we've got the, like, searchlight things in the front. Very powerful. Charger Hellcat, obviously. Likes to slide about a lot. But yeah, it's a shame there aren't any sort of American road courses we can use this for, because obviously we've got the Tokyo Expressway, which is perfect for the Crown Athlete. It's probably the same for the Renault, there's not really anything. I suppose if you put a French police livery on it and use the Le Mans circuit, you can sort of pretend that's a road. Do some chases around there. But yeah, nothing really for the American car. I mean, we can take it around here, which is quite fun. Sliding it around here. Yeah, sliding it around here is great fun. It's obviously the fastest, most powerful of the three. The other two do feel, particularly the Renault, feel a little bit slow. Well, that was a okay drift. That wasn't. You might be able to tell I'm bad at drifting. Oh, well, I thought I was in second. This is actually really fun, drifting this about. But yeah, hopefully we can try and do some kind of chase with these, or find a lobby to mess about with these a bit more at some point in a future video. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for a first look at the three cars. Seen plenty of the Dodge drifting about, and obviously the other two, but yeah. These two should hopefully be back in the mileage exchange at some point. I know cars come back, so if you did miss them during December, they will be back. The Renault's still there at the moment, so if you're quick, you can go and get that if you want a Renault police car. But yeah, interesting that they're adding police cars that are clearly meant to be police cars, not safety cars that can be police cars. And hopefully can do some fun challenges and stuff with them. Always fun to go and mess about with police cars on games. So yeah, pleased that they're here. I mean, it does mean they've kind of copied three cars instead of putting new stuff in, but we got 4 new vehicles anyway, so it's all been quite a good update. But yeah, hopefully I'll come back with another video to do something with these police cars at some point. But that's going to do it for this one, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.